The political game of thrones in Maharashtra finally ends with a googly at the end, by the Bharatiya Janata Party announcing Shiv Sena rebel Eknath Shinde as the chief minister and Devendra Fadnavis, the man who is believed to be the brain behind the rebel game, became the deputy CM. Everyone was with the mindset that Fadnavis would be the chief minister, with Shinde as his deputy. But during the press conference on Thursday, announcing Shinde as CM, Fadnavis said that he would support Shinde's government without being part of it. However, minutes later, BJP President JP Nadda said that Fadnavis will be part of the cabinet led by Shinde and declared him as the deputy CM.
महाराष्ट्र के विषय पर अभी हमारे वरिष्ठ नेता और महाराष्ट्र के पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री श्री देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी ने इस बात की घोषणा की है कि हमारे अगले मुख्यमंत्री श्री एकनाथ शिंदे जी होंगे और साथ ही साथ उन्होंने बहुत बड़ा दिल दिखाते हुए इस बात की भी घोषणा की है कि वो व्यक्तिगत रूप में सरकार से बाहर रह करके समर्थन देंगे और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पक्ष का पूरा समर्थन एकनाथ शिंदे जी को मिलेगा। यह हमारी पार्टी के नेता और कार्यकर्ता का चरित्र भी दर्शाता है और यह बताता है कि हम किसी पद की लालसा में और पद के लिए नहीं हैं, हम विचार के लिए हैं और विचार को आगे रखने के साथ साथ महाराष्ट्र की जनता की भलाई हो, महाराष्ट्र की जनता का विकास हो, जन जन की आकांक्षाएं पूरी हों, इस बात को ध्यान में रखते हुए हमारे देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी ने इस बात का फैसला किया है। लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी की केंद्रीय टीम ने इस बात को तय किया है कि देवेंद्र जी को सरकार में आना चाहिए और सरकार में पदभार संभालना चाहिए और इसलिए देवेंद्र जी से व्यक्तिगत रूप में भी आग्रह किया है और केंद्र ने इस बात को निर्देशित किया है कि देवेंद्र जी उप मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में, डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर के रूप में कार्यभार संभाले और महाराष्ट्र की जनता और महाराष्ट्र की लोगों की जो आकांक्षाएं हैं उसको पूरा करने के लिए पूरी ताकत लगाएं और जन जन की आकांक्षाओं को एक विकसित प्रदेश के रूप में महाराष्ट्र को खड़ा करने में अपना योगदान करें।
The shockers revealed careful planning by the Bharatiya Janata Party to outmaneuver Uddhav Thackeray, the once powerful Shiv Sena chief who had questioned the rebels just a week ago. If I quit, can you guarantee that the chief minister will be a Shiv Sainik? By naming Shinde an auto driver turned minister for the top post, the BJP has tackled criticism that it is power hungry. The BJP does not seem content with engineering the fall of the Uddhav Thackeray-led government in Maharashtra. By making Eknath Shinde the man who led the rebellion the chief minister, the BJP is intent on ensuring that the Shinde-led faction takes hold of the parent party and finishes off Uddhav Thackeray's attempts to resurrect himself politically. Uddhav Thackeray's task just got a lot tougher. On the face of it, in making Eknath Shinde the chief minister instead of Devendra Fadnavis, despite the fact that the BJP has 120 MLAs, on the face of it, in making Eknath Shinde the chief minister instead of Devendra Fadnavis, despite the fact that the BJP has 120 MLAs and is by far the larger party in the state legislature, shows that it wants to occupy the moral high ground. It is said that a lion takes its one step back before making its bigger attack. Here, the BJP appears to be working on a larger game plan and therefore, demotion of Fadnavis is just a calculative move by the party. Despite the fact that the majority of MLAs walked out on the Thackerays, the rank and file and most office bearers continue to be with them for now. The BJP wants to ensure that Eknath Shinde has Chief Minister wrest control of the Sena organization. With Eknath Shinde as Chief Minister, the BJP also hopes to enable him in projecting himself as the true torchbearer of Balasaheb Thackeray. One of the main charges against Uddhav Thackeray is that he betrayed the hardline Hindutva that was the hallmark of the Sena under his father and founder of Shiv Sena, Balasaheb Thackeray. The BJP will nudge the new chief minister to adopt a hardline approach. And Eknath Shinde, beholden to the BJP for making him the chief minister and dependent on its support to continue in office, will be amenable to do the BJP's bidding. The BJP played second fiddle to the Sena in Maharashtra as long as Balasaheb Thackeray was alive, and has since his demise emerged from the Sena's shadow to position itself as the main Hindutva party in the state. The BJP was on the lookout for somebody who could help it undercut the Sena in the Maharashtra. Initially, Raj Thackeray was an option but was quickly discarded. They zeroed in on Eknath Shinde. He was not in favor of the tie-up with the MVA to begin with. He also believed he should have been the chief minister instead of Uddhav Thackeray, and found it difficult to stomach being overtaken in importance by his son Aditya Thackeray. Sensing an opening, Fadnavis, who was also former chief minister of Maharashtra, got to work. Slowly, carefully and efficiently he worked on Shinde, fueling his ambitions and massaging his bruised ego. Uddhav Thackeray underwent 2 surgeries last November, and also the pandemic was at its peak in the last 2 years, because of which he could not meet people personally. His absence from the field worked to the duo's advantage. He sought to make up for that by doing video conferences and WhatsApp calls, but that clearly was not enough. The Thackerays realized that something was amiss and sought to appease Eknath Shinde by putting him in charge of some of the most coveted departments in that government. But Shinde clearly had his sights set much higher. Now, after Shinde take over as the chief minister, the immediate challenge before Uddhav Thackeray are the prestigious BMC elections likely to be held in September. The BMC is currently ruled by the Sena, but the BJP and the Shinde Sena will make an all-out effort to end that as well. Thackeray's remark on Friday points out that if the BJP had adopted the same sharing strategy in back 2019, by now halfway into the term, its own representative would have been leading the government. But the real hustle is the one in play against him. If he loses his party, the BJP will work with a Sena that has a leader who has already acknowledged its generosity. There will be no pushback. For now, the Maha Vikas Aghadi has indicated that it will band together. If that alliance holds, BMC polls could be a tight contest. Of some solace to Uddhav Thackeray must be the fact that his short-lived reign as the Maharashtra chief minister has come in for wholesome praise from the ordinary citizens, some of whom were never supported or voted for the Sena in the past. Much of this is because of the dignity and grace with which he conducted himself while in power, his remarkable handling of the pandemic, his firm handling of the attempts to ignite communal passions in the state of the Azan and Hanuman Chalisa issue, all while heading a multi-party coalition government, a difficult task to even at the best of times. Ironically, the very qualities that endeared him to ordinary citizens have been held against him by the Eknath Shinde and the other party MLAs who have rebelled against him. Because he chose to take everybody along, kept some of the contentious issue on the back burner and sought to follow a moderate line. He was being accused of deviating from the party's core Hindutva ideology. He surprised his allies and even the smaller constituents of his government by giving everybody a free hand, but in doing so, he now stands accused of pandering to allies. Sources say the BJP wants to send out the message that it is a Shiv Sena government led by Eknath Shinde. Since the rebel leaders have not yet announced if they will form a new party or join the BJP, it appears that they might try to take ownership of the Shiv Sena name because of the support of the MLAs that they have. The loyalists in the Thackeray camp could tender resignations or decide to support the rebel MLAs and remain in power. In the coming days, the Shinde camp is expected to fight for the party name and symbol against Uddhav Thackeray, whose father Bal Thackeray founded the party. For the BJP, this also serves the purpose of projecting the Maharashtra power shift as the result of an internal rift in the Shiv Sena. Weathering storms like COVID and leading an unlikely coalition in Maharashtra, Uddhav Thackeray has come a long way in the past 2.5 years. He now faces a much bigger challenge to resurrect the Shiv Sena that his charismatic late father had founded in 1966. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please hit like, subscribe and share, and also press the bell icon to get the latest updates.